So this is my collection of Star Trek DVDs. I mean, it's not all of them, but it's my favorites that I thought I'd show you today. Um, I know you can watch them on Netflix. It's not necessary to own DVDs, but these are holdovers from before we had that option, and I'm kind of glad I own them because you never know if they'll ever take it off. One thing I really liked is the original Star Trek series was put in these really, really artistic cases. And there's the first three, the only three seasons of the classic show, season 1, 2, and 3. And I'm also going to show you my Star Trek animated series set, the motion picture trilogy, which, in my opinion, are the three best Star Trek movies, and then the Star Trek Compendium, which is two of the recent Prime Universe movies that have some additional features. So let's just begin. I'm going to sort of move this back. Now, these sets are beautiful, but they're a little unwieldy. The cases are just really awesome. It's kind of makes you think of the technology, the canisters from the Star Trek universe. I still have the little protective sticker here, and I haven't taken it off yet, and I don't think I will because I want to keep that chrome looking good. It opens with a hinge here on the bottom, and then you would take out your small box of DVDs. So this is where it gets a little unwieldy. So you take it out of this package here. There's also a little slot here to put in these cards, which these are the liner notes, and it's done in this plastic card way. They're transparent, and each one has different artwork on it from season 1. It shows Kirk, Scotty, Bones, and Uhura, Kirk and Spock, and the Enterprise firing phasers. Mr. Spock and the crewmen from the Cage episode, the original pilot. Dr. McCoy and the shuttle Galileo. Kirk from, this is the episode, the second pilot, where no man has gone before, firing the laser cannon or phaser cannon that was never really used again. And on the back of each card, it gives you, and these are out of order, so let's see. Disc 1, it tells you the episodes on each disc, and it has additional features. So there's 3 episodes on disc 1, and then there's an additional feature, Space Lift Transporting Trek into the 21st Century, and then disc 2 has 3 episodes, and The Birth of a Timeless Legacy. I got these way out of order. This is the next one. Disc 3 has a special feature about Spock, and disc 4 has Life Beyond Trek, William Shatner. Disc 5, To Boldly Go Season 1, just about the whole season. And then it has Sci-Fi Visionaries. Disc 7 has Billy Blackburn's Treasure Chest, Rare Home Movies and Special Memories. He was an extra on the show, and it's pretty interesting. And then Kiss and Tell, Romance in the 23rd Century, Trekker Connections. And then disc 9 has the alternative. That's all the way to the last episode. Disc 10 has The City on the Edge of Forever and Operation Annihilate. And it has some more special features, more Billy Blackburn space lift transporting into the 21st century, online game preview. I'll tell you about the game in another video. And interactive enterprise inspection. So that's the special features you can expect from this set. Now, on my first season set, it was front and back. So, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yes, it was HD on one side and DVD on the other, and that was a little bit, I believe that's the only set I have that's like this, so this is a little bit of a relic from the past, because we don't really use the HD anymore, so I just use the DVD sides. So it's quite a few discs, and that's how season 1 works. So let's look at season 2. Now, my season 2 set, it matches perfectly with season 1, except it's blue. And this one I don't believe had the HD on it. So let's begin by pulling out the contents, and you'll see the pocket here, which is very nice. And all the pockets have a little quote. And I think, oh my gosh, you can't take it out, but there's not only more quotes, there's even artwork. This artwork is down below. So it's got good artwork for season 2, as they've sort of grown into their characters. And let's look at the cards. Some classic scenes from season 2. Oh, the Trouble Tribbles was one of my favorite episodes. This is Assignment Earth, I think, where Kirk and Spock beam to the 1960s. This is the alternate universe one, where they go to the pirate universe, which was really great. So it looks like there's less cards here. So it should be in this order. Okay. And this, once again, just shows you the special features. Disc 1 opens up with the Billy Blackburn's treasure chest, and To Boldly Go Season 2, Writer's Notebook, Dorothy Fontana. Then Interesting, the Doomsday Machine mission stardate unknown. That's kind of cool. There's not as many special features on this. There's preview trailers on disc 3, and then on disc 4 there's just preview trailers. Disc 5, preview trailers, and then there's More Tribbles, which was an episode of the animated series, which I have the whole set. Trials and Tribulations, which was an episode of Deep Space Nine. And then they were tying all the Tribble episodes together, so that's a pretty cool special feature. But you know what? The special features are pretty weak on disc 2. You have Life Beyond Trek for Leonard Nimoy, Kirk, Spock, and Bones, Star Trek's Greatest Trio, and Star Trek's Divine Diva, Nichelle Nichols. So you don't get a lot in the way of special features in this. And these discs are, unlike the other one, these are front and back. They're not HD. So this, so far, season 1 has got most of the cool special features. Now finally I'll show you season 3. Season 3 is in red, and I'm sure you've noticed, but the color is intentional. Gold being command, blue being science, and red being operations, engineering, and so forth. So let's crack this one open and look at this. It's season 3. It has Scotty on the front, and Kurt, Spock, and McCoy. A great picture of the Enterprise. And here's the discs, and look at that. still in the plastic, because I bought this just to complete my set, but at that point it was already on Netflix. So let's see what we have. Some great pictures. Scotty, Chekhov, Bones, Spock, and Kirk. The Enterprise and the Tholian Web. Oh, great landscape from one of the cities. I think that might have been the episode where Kirk was getting court-martialed. And that set, that was used a lot, that backdrop. Disc 1, Spock's brain, the Enterprise incident. This is previews, additional data, previews. And this is out of order. Disc 3, it's previews. Disc 5, previews. And I mean, Disc 7 is the only one that has real special features. Billy Blackbird's Treasure Chest, To Boldly Go, Star Trek Collector's Dream Come True, Life Beyond Trek, Walter Koenig, Chief Engineer's Log, Memoir from Mr. Sulu, Star Trek Impact, Collectible Trek, and Bob Justman Captain's Log. That's it. So as each season went, the special features diminished. Kind of a bummer. I believe this set is the one that had the original Cage episode on it. So you'd have to get the third season to be able to watch the pilot episode. It's interesting. Now let's move on. This is my animated series set, and it came in this packaging. I kept this cardboard frame because sort of to identify it, and I kind of liked it, but it originally came in plastic. And this is the, it looks a little better if we turn it around. So this is Star Trek the Animated Series, and the box is cool, except I don't remember if the plastic had already had this ivory color or if it's starting to fade like that. But either way, I don't mind it because it looks cool. This ivory orange kind of ivory tone, and this tinted plastic that shows the crew on top of one of the insignias, which is just really cool. So in case you didn't know, the animated series was a way for Gene Roddenberry to continue the voyages with a lot more imagination, because on the animated series they could show a lot more interesting worlds, a lot more aliens. It also gave, I mean, it was just in between this and the Next Generation, it gave Gene Roddenberry a way to tell some of the stories he just didn't have the budget to tell on the other ones. So very similar to the series is you get a box and you get some liner notes and you get a set of discs. Now these discs are not front and back, and each disc has a picture of one of the crew members in their animated form. And the top four, you know, Scotty, Kirk, Bones, and Spock. And then there's liner notes, and they're fold out. So it shows you what's on each disc. And it's some artwork, and there's an ad to buy more Star Trek stuff. So it's not nearly as deluxe as the series, but it's still pretty cool. So I think it's a cool set. I like watching anime, so I watched it when I was a kid, so it's fun to put it on. And some trivia you may not know is the company that made Star Trek the Animated Series eventually made Masters of the Universe, another animated show, and they use a lot of the same backgrounds and drawings. So if you watch these two shows, you'll see a lot of the same things turn up on the alien worlds. So that's just a little FYI. The next thing I want to show you is these are now I own all of the Star Trek movies, but these are the 3 best ones, and they were so good that I wanted to buy this set. It's the Star Trek Motion Picture Trilogy. This was like a Walmart exclusive, but it came in this deluxe box. It just had the top 3 best movies digitally remastered. Now I own the motion picture, the first one, and I own Star Trek 5 and 6 and Generations and so forth, but these are the 3 that most people agree were the best ones: The Wrath of Khan, The Search for Spock, and The Voyage Home. It comes in a beautifully done presentation case, and then there's scenes from the movies, and there are a few things that don't make a lot of sense here, which is this is definitely a scene from Star Trek 2, but this is a scene from Star Trek 1, and this is a scene from Star Trek 5, so, and this I think is a scene from Star Trek 6. So these pictures are incorrect. That's Spock wearing the motion picture uniform. So I'm not exactly sure why they chose that artwork, because it's not correct. Also, this is a fanciful scene. There was no phaser shot that devastating. And then you're just come against a nice fold out image of the space dock over planet Earth, and then you see the Enterprise approaching it over here. So yeah, I'm a little bummed that they got the art so terribly wrong here, because these scenes, if you've never watched Star Trek, you're not going to see this stuff in these movies, but it's still a cool set. I mean, there is now something I wish I had, which is the director's cut of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. And I wish I had that. I saw it, and it comes in a very, very nice case, and but I have this, so I was like, do I want to double up? And I know that director's cut does not have a lot of differences in it, but yeah, I don't know. So finally, my last favorite thing I want to show you is the Star Trek The Compendium. This is Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness from the Prime/Kelvin universe. Now, FYI, a little background on this. The Prime universe and the Kelvin universe, neither one of them are the same universe as the Star Trek I've just shown you. Both of them are 25% different because the property, the Star Trek property, is owned by Paramount and CBS, and they've divided it. So when CBS licenses movies, they have to be 25% different than the Paramount movies. Therefore, that explains why the uniforms and the ships and everything are different, even in the supposed Prime universe. So they're all basically different. So this set, either way, I still enjoyed the movies. This set came with this thing that should probably be taken off, but I kind of like it. It shows what's in your set, but it comes in this beautiful matte finish kind of book with a brushed silver Enterprise on the front with the title, and you have 4 discs with black and white artwork showing Chris Pine as Captain Kirk. That's Nero. Oh gosh, what is the actor's name? The guy who was in Troy. And he's a good actor. And then here we have Spock. And that's Bones. Or is it Scotty? Gosh, it's so hard to tell because it's not a lot of detail. I'm not good with faces and case is on black and white. But either way, what you get in this set is you get both movies again in high definition with commentary by J.J. Abrams and some other people, Damon Lindelof, and the second disc has 10 featurettes, 9 deleted scenes with commentary, Starfleet Visual Simulator, a gag reel, and 4 trailers. The second set for Into Darkness has Star Trek Into Darkness in high definition with 30 minutes of scenes expanded to fill the screen, so you can see, like the movie theater style special effects. Commentary with J.J. Abrams and the gang. 20 featurettes. All new Finding the Future, a look at the film's out of the world costumes. All new Property of Starfleet, sourcing and tracking the film's mystical props, myriad of props. A new gag reel, and I'm sorry I can read, but this is so small. I can't really see it. And 3 theatrical trailers. So it's a very cool set. Okay, so that's my favorite Star Trek DVDs. I mean, and I haven't even gone into the Next Generation because I kind of feel like the Next Generation is its own entity and it deserves its own video. But I hope you liked this one, and thanks for coming by, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.